Okay. I think I'm live. Let me make sure. Wait. That. Do that. Send her my email. All right, I got. Guess that's me watching. Testing, testing. Uh-oh. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that sound low. Damn. Wait, let me play it back. See how it sound. 1 second, guys. Trying to do this outside, so I gotta do some. Listen. Can you hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, it sound good. Okay, why is my all right? I'm having computer problems right now. My computer just went crazy on me. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. Oh wow, my computer is going crazy right now. Yeah, it just froze, people. Yeah, I'm having problems, computer problems, guys. A lot of because I'm trying to do it outside, and I wanted to show y'all the article, but now my computer just froze up on me. Really here too. What's going on, Raining Woman? What's going on, Brian? Sorry, guys. I don't. Computer just froze up on me. Okay. Figure this out. Hmm. All right. Let me. Wow. I got to cut off my computer. Let me reset it, guys, because it's acting crazy all of a sudden. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna be back. Give me 1 second. Testing. There we go. Hold on. Now, let me go to the show. Damn, it's driving me crazy right now. All right, I hear myself. All right, once again, let me test. Let me make sure I hear myself. Wait. Testing, testing. I don't hear nothing now. Wow. Testing, testing. One, two, three. Okay, can y'all hear me? Because the Facebook, I can't. I mean, the YouTube, I'm not getting the playback. Can y'all hear me in the chat? Because I'm just gonna go ahead freestyle this. Because I'm not fit to keep. I'm having problems. Um, I hear it in my headphones, in my earplugs, but I don't hear it from YouTube. So, all right, cool. Y'all hear me? Cool, cool. All right, I'm just gonna freestyle. Fucking YouTube, man. I'm getting all these fucking problems. All of a sudden, because now I want to come outside and do this. Um, do the live show outside. So I don't know if y'all was here earlier when I was saying if you hear, it's a good night out here. So I decided, first time to do a show outside. So you probably go hear, the suburbs or some, sometimes they be having them loud ass cars, muscle cars, motorcycles. So just bear with me if you hear a loud noise, like, so, but hold on. Let me get everything set up because I want to discuss this. Actually, I want to do a video about it, about the BPD, the Black People Dysfunction. I actually want to give you guys a video. Basically, what I was talking about towards one Red's panel when he was talking about the BFF. But I want to talk about this as a collective. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna share my screen. I'm just basically gonna read you the story of what I was saying earlier, and you basically would get the gist of what I was saying. So hold on, give me a second. I'm sorry if it's dark. Well, I want it dark to be honest with you. So, but let me, and if y'all want to come on, give me. But let me read the story to you guys. Let's see. Yeah, I know it's looking like a damn horror movie right now. All right, give me 1 second. I'm basically gonna cut the the camera off, camcorder off. But want y'all to see that I'm outside. I'm not gonna put no lights and do all that because I bring insects and all that. Actually, I had a candle. Let me see. Let's see if I can get that. A little windy out here. Hold on. Let's see if I can stay lit this time. Yeah, a little light. Ain't scared to kind of get some light. I don't know. Hold on. Let me go to the Google. Do y'all see that? A little lighter. Keep the insects away. I don't know how long that's gonna stay on, but let's get to it. I usually play music, but I don't know. Maybe the damn thing will f up. But I'm gonna cut the camera off. You see, yeah, deep up in here. What's up? What's up, cool gent? What's up, Queen? Surprised to see you here, Queen. Good for being over here. I said, what's up to Brian? What's up, Dallas Cowboy, man? Appreciate you coming over here. Let's get to it. Let me hurry up. So yeah, if y'all want to come on the panel and talk about it, let me hold on. Share my screen. 1 second. Right, let's see. We go get at it. Hold on. I need to see this shit. All right, yeah. That's my title screen. Okay. On. So I'm hoping y'all can see what I see. Let me make sure. Hey, what's up, Marcus? All right. Yep. Y'all can see it. What's going on? Hold on. I'm gonna cut my. All right. I don't need to cut that. So this is what we're gonna talk about right now. What I mean about black people dysfunction. As y'all see at the top, right? 66 shot, 6 fatally over a long 4th of July weekend in Chicago. Okay, as you see there to the left, that's the Lori Lightfoot. That's the mayor. Um, that's the new. Well, he's not new. I think he's been the superintendent at least about a year. I want to say a year, probably 2 years now. I wanted to actually do play the video, but I be having problems with the audio. I haven't figured that out yet, but I'm just gonna basically read to you guys. Hopefully they stated what they were saying in the video on here. So they say here, Chicago, it was another violent holiday weekend in Chicago with at least 66 people shot, 6 fatally over the long 4th of July weekend. Okay, hold on. Mayor Lori Lightfoot said she was out riding with officers over the holiday, where she witnessed police responding to a call of shots fired that turned out to be kids throwing firecrackers. She also witnessed a fist fight between 2 women in the middle of the street. Okay, that's nothing new, but it's an outgoing, constant effort, and I think people are very focused. Our officers are working quite hard, Lightfoot said. Now, Lightfoot characterized the violence as the result of issues facing under resourced neighborhoods in Chicago, and said she was taking a long view of the issue. Now, in another thing, she was because that's what I want to get at. Because basically, what she was saying that a lot of these black males that's in them communities don't have jobs. It's not a lot of resources. Let's see, but I want to find that exact part because I think this is different. But let's keep reading. The challenges we see in our neighborhoods are not just a challenge of policing. They're a challenge of investment and a lack of investment. A lot of things boil up to manifest themselves into violence, Lightfoot said. Okay, in so many words, as I was saying, resources, they're not, jobs. She said, Lightfoot said their strategy for addressing violence have to be flexible to address new challenges like gang conflicts that has been resolved for years starting up again, or sudden parties that will pop up throughout the night. I don't know what parties. See, CPD Superintendent Eddie Johnson reacted to a level of violence that increased compared to last year by pointing to what he said are the key causes: the stranglehold of gangs, the death of economic opportunity, and the long-standing challenges of police and community relations. Now, let me say this also to you guys in the chat, because I'm reading, so I can't see what you guys typing right now. So I'm just letting you know if you saying what's up. I appreciate you guys coming over here with me tonight. But once again, you said a death of economic opportunity, and if you really look, I don't know. I mean, you guys, if you really don't know that what's really been going on with the redlining and gentrification, what's been happening here in Chicago. And I don't like to say that, honestly. The Hispanics are just basically just buying up the property. The blacks are moving out. The Hispanics are buying it, and they're buying it at a very low, very honestly cheap. And that's what I was saying earlier on Red's panel, is that you have a lot of Hispanics that's in that's doing the construction jobs. There are a lot of them that work in the factories, and they're illegal. Most of them are illegals, and they're getting the jobs. And what he just saying right here, what I consider once again that BPD, black people dysfunction, is that really what is the cause of that? Here you got a black superintendent and a black mayor that's basically saying the same fucking things, and we know this too. And you got the black activists, the community leaders, as them jackasses. I don't know if they're on here because they spoke out too on the video, and I don't want to say they probably want to read it, but it's pointing fingers at each other. But the superintendent said something even fucking stupid. But let's see. Let's keep reading. I'm gonna really jump into it, guys. Hold on. It said Johnson says Chicago police officers seized 199 illegal guns, an average of 2 per hour. That's crazy. Despite over 1,500 additional officers working overtime in Chicago, Johnson blames the limited treatment of felon. This the part right here. What's a felony gun suspects after they are arrested for the increase. Of the 42 arrested on felony gun charges, 27 were let out on bond, and 18 were repeated gun offenders. Now listen to what he says. He say, we know that these individuals are likely to continue the behavior that landed them in handcuffs in the first place. And we know this because we keep arresting them over and over again. Johnson said, the individuals with a felony weapons charge must and should be held accountable and face responsibilities for what they do. Let that sink in for a minute. How about, I got an idea, Superintendent Johnson. Okay, if they get caught with guns, how about not send them to the military? I mean, why? Okay, they're getting let back out. Understood. I get that part. And they repeated offenders. But how about you? That's a mandatory military. You have to join the military if you get caught with a gun, a legal gun. You get sent to the military. What's so hard about that? Anyway, let's continue. I'm gonna let y'all chime in on this too. However, whatever ideas you guys got. But I just feel like that's, once again, here's a superintendent saying this shit. Lightfoot agreed that the judicial system should make sure people are getting appropriate attention from the criminal justice system. Are they not already? How many black men that's locked up? Anyway, I didn't even remember her saying that part. But once again, BPD. See that. Anti-violence. Here we go. Anti-violence activists are furious, saying the rise in violence show that the city plans is not working. Activist Eric Russell said CPD need a change at the top. Okay, Superintendent Eddie Johnson has failed us. It is time for Superintendent Eddie Johnson to either retire or be terminated by the mayor, Russell says. Once again, see, there's no accountability. What do the fucking police have to do with this shit? Like, seriously, that's what you was hearing them both. All of them was saying, a couple of people was saying, it's the police fault. You hear this for years. It's the police fault. No, it's the fucking community fault. It's the people who's fucking raising these damn boys that's sitting out there fucking being violent. There is no accountability. And here you got an activist, as they call him, a community leader, sitting up there blaming the police for this shit. But you're not really blaming the real cause of it. BPD told you. It comes from all angles. That's why the shit going to continue. No accountability. Just like fuck most of them damn black females that's in them fucking neighborhoods, some communities that raise these type of boys that's doing out here doing this crazy shit. Let's see what else. Amongst those killed was 22-year-old Akila Addison. I think you asked the niece of the woman. I don't know, because this in Chicago. A woman got killed by the train 2 weeks ago. And now this young lady here, that was her auntie that got killed by the train. And now here's the niece that got shot in the head on out here. I think y'all see it. Retrieving her from the tracks. Yeah. So y'all can see that. Y'all can read it on your own. I didn't really want to keep reading all of this. Let's see. Fatal shot. Okay. Now they basically talking about all the people that got shot, which I don't want to read. I'm going to go past that. Let's see. Activist T.O. Hardiman, who pioneered the violence interrupters, said that the department must work to intervene before conflicts become violent. Like, as what? You see, once again, as what? How about the community take accountability? Most of the time, they know who's out there doing this shit. They do. They see them out there every fucking day, up to no good. They know this. But when it's time to, okay, fast up to say who did the shooting, nobody ain't saying shit. Let's see, what does this say? You cannot point fingers at the justice system. Anytime you have 1,200 police officers on the street and you still cannot stem the tide of violence, something's wrong with your approach. Who approach? What approach? Okay, all right. Okay, that's it. I'm thinking that's it. Okay. Something wrong with your approach. See, it's pointing fingers instead of pointing the finger at the main cause of all this violence that's going on. The police, the superintendent, the mayor. Well, the mayor, yes, I'm blaming the mayor because like I was going to do a little more research, but I did it earlier to see what type of programs she's having for these interventions she's having for these black boys that, as they say, that's going through all these problems and the economic problems they're going through in these communities. I didn't see not one program, none of that shit. Now, I'm not trying to make excuses. You know, you should be able to do that shit on your own. You want a job, get your ass up and you go find your job. But we just can't keep saying this shit if y'all really know. Because she actually said that basically that was a problem, was also that a lot of these young black boys don't have jobs. But I said, okay, that's what I agree. But where's the initiative to help them get jobs? Anyway, let me get off of here. Let me stop that, guys. Give me 1 second. And I guess I just basically wanted to show y'all, you know. So, did I mute it? Hold on. All right. So, what's going on, y'all? Now I see everybody. See my guy. What's up, Ty? See you up in here. Everybody. So if y'all who want to come on, let me know. Y'all want to come and speak on it. I wasn't going to be on here too long because knowing that it's 11 o'clock here, I'm telling you, like the suburbs, but they be coming by with the music, all type of the cars, and should be crazy. That's what happened. You work a job, you got a nice car, and you shit. They be out here driving them. So, but who want to come on? I put the link in the chat. You want to talk about it? Now, I remind you guys, I'm outside. So I'm going off the Wi-Fi. So it probably, you know, from my standpoint, probably be a little shaky on my end. So things cut off or nothing. Don't freak out or just go with the flow. So, and yeah, let me know, how I feel, what I was saying about this, because that's why I want to talk about it. It's just once again, no accountability. And that's why you got so much, you see it, so much dysfunctional going on. See the shit on YouTube. You see it everywhere. There's no accountability. And I wanted to kind of point that out to you guys. It's pointing fingers. It's not really pointing a finger at really what the fuck the problem is. And that's obvious. I don't know. I'll probably still do a video about it. Well, no, matter of fact, I'm gonna do a video on her because here she is now. She just did what did she do? A conference yesterday because they were saying Trump is not happy with her. Trump and the justice system, or what, that's trying to track down illegal immigrants, and she's not working with them at all. She said she wouldn't work with them. She had the audacity to say that shit, but saying there's all this economic problems that's going on in these communities. Yeah, because you're not helping them to get jobs. You're helping the illegals get jobs. It's cool with them and the fuckery what they doing. But when your own people and all this, you're trying to solve the problem with the violence. You sit here now as, oh well, okay, it's the economic problem. It's this bullshit. But give me a second. I don't know if I'm still. Let's see. Can y'all still hear me? I think it's still working. But let me put the link up. I'm small. I'm not a not a big one. I'm not a big YouTuber. So get y'all a link. I don't know if y'all hear my sons in the background. They playing with they cars. So excuse me if y'all hear them guys. Copy. Hold on, I'm gonna put it in the chat. Give me 1 second. Hold on, let me. Hey, AJ, Javon. AJ. Hey guys. Here. AJ, Javon. Come here. Here. Open the door. What y'all doing? I'm here for you guys. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all sit out here with me doing the show, so. But I want y'all to. I don't got no mosquitoes, so. Go ahead. Y'all finish eating. You're done. Okay. All right. Close the door. Thank you. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Sorry, guys. But yeah, this and basically that's. I mean, I'm still gonna have my fun. We still gonna do the diaper game and the pull up. We definitely I got another logo. I'm going with the pull up too. And no, I'm still gonna get the t-shirts going, guys. Give me, work with me on this. I just be so goddamn busy. I'm trying to, but actually now I got somebody helping me out. So we go try to come up with a design. I think I was gonna still stick with that main design I had from the last video, but she said she got some ideas too. So I'm gonna check her out this weekend and see what she come up with. So I'm throwing that out there. So yeah, t-shirts coming. I know, same thing. Come on, support a brother. Y'all go to Patreon. You can do the Cash App. I'm trying. I know y'all think I'm balling, but I'm not. You see the equipment kind of getting a little old. So whatever support, I appreciate it. But but yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all this shit is real, and you seeing it from higher up, like these black people that's in these higher positions doing the shit, and it's just not happening here in Chicago. You see that shit a lot of places, Detroit, what's the other place? Baltimore. Shit. I mean, it's a lot of places. So yeah, the shock thought, but I gotta find a face. I don't want to literally put somebody's face on the shirt. You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to have it like an outline. So that's kind of hard because I was thinking about using that lady that got into it with Cat Williams, her face, because she got a mic right there. She's talking into the mic. But I don't know. I got to figure that one out. That's gonna be a little harder to come up with. I already got what I want on it, just the face, because I want to make sure that it's a female. This is a female I'm talking about. No shock dot. So that's coming, but it's been a little harder. But the diaper game, the pull up shit is just, man. That's coming like that. Cool, Jen. I got like 3 different ideas already from that t-shirts. So, but oh, that's coming though. I'm gonna get it out there. Okay, whatever. If you got something, let me check it out. Email it to me or whatever. If anybody else got anything, what you think could be a good shot design, let me know. Shit, I need it so you'll know. Like, okay, this is a female and she's talking it to the mic on that bullshit. So yeah, so. Let me get it, So if y'all want to do your thing, you got a diaper game. I like that Expedia, that pull up Expedia Ciova did. Cause I was like, he should make a shirt like that. I think that should be funny as hell. I was thinking about that shit. I was like, man, he should use that shit, man. So I mean that Expedia shit, that's funny as fuck, man. I don't know if he don't go with it. I probably go with that too. So I got a lot of ideas. All right, hold on. I got a lot of ideas. Straight up. We go push that narrative. second. I got so much stuff out here on this porch. And I need to get it to Mocha because I know Mocha had hit me up. She wanted to talk to me, but I know she's not in the. I don't think she's in the chat because she wanted me to come on her show Friday. And that's my email to anybody. If any of y'all have any ideas, please send it. Send it to me. Let me see. If anybody need, if anybody need the link, let me know. If you want me to send it to you, by through your email and any other way, let me know. Supreme, I just wanted a name. That why you mad? I kind of just I wasn't too much feeling that. Like when I be on panels, that's what they was calling me. So I was just like, I wanted to have a name, So, and that's why I was just like, do AJ. So, and because why you mad was more of a concept, kind of to be funny, but I do have a why you mad channel. I mean, but with this, I kind of want to, I want to separate it, So, but I have a why you mad. I just don't have the time to really. I was doing videos over there, but all right, cool, Jen. But I just wanted to separate it. I just want this to actually have a name, and it's a name behind this madness. So, and that's why because I was just go ahead and just switch it out and just have it AJC in red now, but I couldn't. I don't know why not. It was just basically saying it's now I got to wait another that 90 days, but I didn't use all 3 times. But I guess if you leave it up for a while, and you got to wait the 90 days. So, but yeah, I know a lot of people didn't even know. Like all the time, this is me. I've been on old man panels years, but everybody knew me by why you mad. But yeah, I just wanted a name. I wanted a face. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I wanted the face behind this too. That's why you got me laying my head on this young lady breast. So I don't know. I wanted the face and the name. So that's all. That's all. A couple of people was asking me like, why you change it? I just wanted a name and a face. As people be doing videos like, yeah, show your face. You look ugly. You probably ugly and blah, 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 and all this shit. I said, oh, okay. All right. I got you. Which they still do. That's why the shock thought became born. So they still do. And she know who she is. Well, they know who they are. It's not more than one. They know who they are, which they do watch my videos. So hi, shock thoughts. How y'all doing tonight? How you doing? So. Oh, you emailed me now? Shit, I could have waited. Let me see. All right, let me see. Yeah, I want to. I want to do. I was thinking about that cool gent, but I need her like on a microphone. You see what I'm saying? That's what I want. I was thinking about that. Use that one with her fat ass, Oompa Loompa ass was dancing and shit, considering herself cooking. I'll go use that. But I said, nah, I want to really make my point. These bras get on here and they say that shit on they used to be having microphones. I could tell by their voice they use microphones, so or they audio, you can hear it. So I just wanted a female with a microphone. She was using the microphone and basically just and make that the shirt just to start, just to, something to start. As time goes along, could use different faces. So never know though. What you saying, Brian? We'll just let me see. Supreme King Coon adding the face greatly increased my ability to be doxed though. How to teach, and that's okay because honestly, Supreme, I wanted that, I kind of because I actually talk about my life. I bring a lot of talking points of my past. So if people try to do that goofy ass shit, I can say I already did it myself. So you're not, not surprising anybody. And plus, like I said, I'm not that big, and I get it. People like, hey, you never know. You could grow, which I am growing. I'm not saying that I'm not. But me, I already put my shit out there. Now, like I said this before. If you have to really take it to the extreme, then you lost. I don't even need to address you anymore. If you feel like you gotta dox my kids and my family, you lost. I don't got that. I don't got to say shit else to you. You're done. What's go? What? Yeah, Brian, you right. You broke, man. Hey, I say that too, man. Broke. Shit. We ain't got it. Broke. Well, old man be playing that shit silly as hell, man. But yeah, I basically already my thing is this, Supreme. I try to reach, like I say, I try to reach back to the other guys. I don't really care about these shock dots and then these other goofy like this, like I say that black people dysfunction shit they do online. I don't give a fuck about that because really also I was trying to reach back. I want to reach back to the other guys that were in my situation. So that's another reason I want to put a face in the name behind. That's really kind of was the main reason. So, but also I'm kind of I ain't gonna I don't troll. I don't troll, but I'm just like, hey, if you want to go there, I could go there. But my thing was to actually reach back to them brothers. Cause I still, like I say, I do the MGTOW philosophy and I'm strong on that, so I believe in going your own way. I'm with the SYSBM, the IGMO, all of that, but I try to, you got to reach back to them brothers. And sometimes brothers just not feeling just an avatar or something, or just a why you met, what you call it? I forgot who I had up there. But anyway, I wanted to put a face and a name behind it. That's my main goal. No, but a couple of people had asked me, would I do that? I had a couple of people, but nobody went talking about no money. A lot of people actually was telling me at my old job that I should do that, do the voiceovers. But I was going to actually do one with one of my guys, my part of my Mad 300 team. So go to Patreon, support a compare to Mad 300. We was go do something about Taz. We was go do a voiceover with that shit. So, well, he got asked. Nobody hasn't asked me yet. They were just saying I should do it. But but I was me and Tyrone, we was go do one with Taz, which still in the works. It's probably my fault. Like I said, I be busy, and I was going to get him. We was going to do fun. We gonna have some fun with getting Taz. When Taz got well, he took himself out, but still, we was just gonna have some fun with that shit. I don't know. Somebody offered me, I won't turn it down. I think that's what kind of made me start doing videos and talking and shit. A couple of people say I should be on the radio. Yeah, but Brother X, I agree. But Brother X already said he was on the radio before. So, but I mean, I've actually, me and him, he did an interview, me and him talk. But no, nobody haven't asked me yet, But it wouldn't be a problem at all. So I wouldn't mind. Actually, I'll be thinking I should be an actor, which I think, one of them, start late in the game, hey. Plenty of actors that did, so shit. But yeah, I don't know. Because I don't mind talking to you guys. I really like doing this shit. I really, because on I have another tech channel that I just basically neglect it. I neglect that channel so bad because I'm over here. I do so much on this one. I'm neglecting the other two, but I have videos like the biggest one I had. I was talking about the software. That's close to 30,000 now, and some people they left comments like you have a radio voice, like like, well, shit. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. So I guess that's sometimes why I had a couple of nice women coming to emails like, yeah, you got a nice voice. You should do the radio. It's like I don't know. Shit. Play what the ratchet ass songs. all day. Nah, I go crazy. I couldn't do that shit. But I don't know. Spring, you busy? When, like I say, anybody want to come on, or because I'm not fit to just be talking like for another, knowing that's coming up, and I don't mind, but I'm gonna figure that out too. It's a way around everything. To at least have like one person, if it's phone through the phone, or it's other sites you can use to probably get at least another person on. Y'all could talk about certain things that's going on in society, so subjects and whatever. But I know a lot of my people on here work nights, so nah, I don't know. Maybe I never thought about that. That reading the audiobook, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. Talk radio, nah. I tried talk radio. I tried it. I didn't. No, I don't know. I think about that, Brian. I think about that too, Supreme King Coon. I never thought about that. Never thought about that. I don't know, Ty. 15 minutes, bruh. Say, what if you know who wants to come on? I mean, I, I mean, look, I don't even know how to answer that, cool gent. I mean, what aspect you asked me that in? Towards what? Like once Google Hangouts go off, or you just speaking in general? But I look into that, Supreme King Coon. I look into that. Yeah, I never thought about that. And Brian, shit. Hey, if I could be like Howard Stern, I mean, hey, I'm down. Shit. Oh, okay. All right, hold on. I got you, bruh. I got you. Give me 1 second, guys. But yeah, But then, like I said, this is kind of how this started. Like people like, you need to get on the radio. Get on. I was like, what? Really? You need to get on the radio. And then another person was talking about just doing voiceovers, but not the audiobook thing. Probably make a lot of good money off that. Let's see, get him on here, but I sent it to you, cool gent. Check your email. Check your email. So yeah, how do you go find that? How do you get that type of job, Supreme? Like, do you just go look it up, or like, do you just go to the employment section and say, voiceover for, or wait a minute, online for audiobooks? I don't, because I'm here. I'm not saying that you probably could find people that probably wouldn't mind me reading their books, but just got to, like, how do I get in that market? You know, let's see. I could see. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Last weekend, July Red's gonna have you and Bum go at it. Okay, that's what's up. We could do that. You say, Spring, I could see you doing selected readings on books that could coincide with any topic that you talk about. Could make you a content stand out from the crowd. Hmm. I mean, okay. I see where you're going with that. I see where you're going with that. Record your voice and contact book publishers. Okay. I'll do just that. I'm gonna try that. And thanks. Hey, good looking, fellas. Thank you for them ideals. Hold on. Hold on. I'm not hearing anything. Hold on. Hold on, cool Jet, because I'm not hearing anything. Oh, I don't even hear you. So give me one
What's going
second.
on?
1 second. Telling you, I'm having these problems. Hold on. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Titan. Hold on. Check out. Fiverr, set up an account, and record some voiceovers. Could get a start in industry that way. All right, cool. Hold on, Cool Gent. Just shit acting up. Let's see. All right. I hear you. Kate, you there?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on, AJ?
All right, cool. I hear you. Not much, man. What's going on with you, brother?
Still thinking about the shock dots.
It's crazy when you sent that to me. I was like, really was looking at her picture like really hard, and I was trying to picture having it on the shirt, but I was just like, no, because if I do that, like a outline of her face, I don't think that would really make my point, because they probably would think it's a dude. So I was like, no, I need something more stronger than that, you know?
Yeah,
so I said, no, I
was thinking about the silhouette though, man. Like you should use, you know, as the like you said, the outline of the face though, with the big pie face. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That resembles them with the particular object. I don't want to say it though, because a person may get upset.
Right, but see,
yeah.
I wanted, but that's why I was like, I wanted to have them something that they could be familiar. Like they'll see it and be like, yeah, that's a woman who be online doing that shot-ism shit. You know, they could just automatically just looking at the shirt would know, you know. But like with her, I don't know, they probably think like that's a trans with a fucking wig on, you know, so or some type of pig or some shit. So I was like, I stopped looking and I was like, man. See her pie round face ass. Nah, that ain't gonna help. I need something stronger than that. So yeah, that you say with the big eyes. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, Brian. I'm gonna Google. Go ahead, brother. My bad.
Not even a brick wall can hold that face up there.
I know, bro. And Cool Jet, man. I was just like, man, look, I ain't trying to get in trouble. I'm trying to sell shirts, man. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? What is that, man? The hell is that's supposed to be, man? So that's why I've been kind of slow on that, but I've been looking, trust me. But the pull-up thing, I noticed a lot of people are liking, and you know, some people like, you know, actually I had showed it to a friend of mine. She do like the graphics and design on Facebook, and she was just like, you know, hey, she like tell her like the gist of what we, you know, what's behind this. And then when I told her, she bust up laughing, and she was like, wait a minute, I think you got something there. And then I was like, okay. And then she was like, that, you know, come talk to her Saturday and basically just, you know, print it out to her and bring it to her. And she said she got some ideas.
Yeah, that's definitely a great idea, man.
I said, all right, cool.
Yeah, I was thinking about some other merchandise.
I kind of want to keep it. I hear you.
Yeah, you're right. Go ahead. I was going to add some other good merchandise will make really good use to it. It's like the towels and stuff like that, you know. I don't know if you ever thought about that. The towels, you know.
You're right. I never thought about the towel situation. I was just gonna do probably the shirt, maybe like a coffee mug or a hat, you know.
Definitely coffee mug.
I don't know, you know, the towels. Yeah, that would be funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, you got towels talking about pull up, but you know, I was just trying to see what I could do with that, just with the shirt, you know. And I think if it does okay, then yeah, I could just push it towards doing other things, putting it on other things, other merchandise, other objects. But I was just saying, just start with the shirts and just come with the different logos, because I have different logos I was going to do, and basically I would go see what she come up with, and just push that first, see how that do well. Then yeah, like you say, put on towels, hats, whatever, whatever. Because people let you know what they want, so just pay attention. But I just want to start with the shirts. See, Supreme King Kun, can either you or Kujin answer the question I posted on Red Show today? What is the definition of blackness? I heard that That was a good question. You go ahead, speak on that, Kujin. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. But speak on that. Do you see the question he asked?
Yeah, I said I didn't get a chance to watch Rig today. So I want to catch it like another time.
But he just but he just asking in general. Just get what you generalize what you think it is. Just speak on it. I'll be right back.
Blackness. What I think of the term blackness. Um, I really put like a lot of thought into it, honestly. But I would just me honestly. I mean, I'm African, 100% deep down. I I never claimed that I'm like part of America. I'm African of American, but not African American. African of America, if that makes sense to you. Hopefully it does. Supreme King Coon. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to check out that video too to later on because I didn't know you was on Reg's panel today. I know it was out the chain. I know it was. So what's going on, everybody in the chat room? How y'all feeling? I should be in bed right now, but I had to come up here and support my guy AJ. They always showing support to me. Yeah, Brian, African of America. I don't know if anybody ever heard me say it like that before. African of America. People usually say, African American, but African of America. Because the country is mostly just like a corporation to me, rather than the land of the living.
Now let me. I gotta go in because I'm just going to be real. Hey Ty, you can be that Tyrone. That's the lieutenant of the diaper gang. That's you, Ty. I'm giving you that title from now on. You're a lieutenant. So, but and not to cut you off, Cool Gent, but I mean, I'm gonna make people mad. But I'm being dead honest because this is basically about why I started this BPD. What you wanted when you ask Supreme, what is blackness? It's dysfunction. That's what it is. Let's be real about it. Okay. That's all it is. To me, that's all it is. It's dysfunction.
I definitely agree with
that. No way around it. There's no culture. There's no pride. It's just dysfunction.
Yeah, y'all excuse me for being a little bit tired, but yeah, you're right about that. It's just a lot of dysfunction, man, and this is the worst we ever seen, like out of any generation like I ever lived in. Yeah, I'm still a little younger though, but it's like, man, it's like even like in the songs and stuff, man, it's dysfunction. It's like they really throwing off. We are really throwing off our frequency of as a people, though, man. We don't connect, we don't vibe. We got so many effed up, niggas and these chicks, man, that's messing it up for people like us, man. Because there are real good brothers and good sisters out there, man. But it's just that our image is being destroyed out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me let Ty. I got you, Ty. I'm for to send that to you now. But let me ask you this, Cool Gent. You're a millennium, right? Correct?
Yeah. 80s, baby.
Okay. Now, I'm a Gen Xer. Now, even us, we used to, when we was younger and we was seeing what was going on, we used to say this to each other, like, how worse can it get? So now, as you looking at it, do you think that it could get worse?
Oh, man, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, it definitely can get worse, though, man. Because without the right teachers from the right people, though, man, it's going to keep getting bad. They don't understand what, the moral values and standards and things of that nature is, and building, man, it's just going to continue to be dysfunction,
Yep. And that's why I say,
all the programming,
everybody keep talking about, yeah, what about the black community? What about the black women? I mean, when are we really going to start looking at the elephant in the room? Like, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's going to me keep getting worse. And you hear, I speak about this. This is another reason why I'm doing what I do, because I have two sons. That I'm very fucking worried about.
Yeah, man. And it's just, and it's just like, man, like, how can I say it? What these, some of these other dudes are, some of these, these dudes out here, man, too, as well, and they messing it up for like the younger men too. Talking about destroy your own women and things like that. And because it's like some of them have daughters and things like this. Like, well, what do you think about them? You know, what are you teaching them?
Yeah. And I agree with Supreme King Coon saying. I said that too, but he said it has to get worse. It needs to get worse. I hope it
Mm-hmm.
get worse. Only problem with that, Supreme, is that I know other innocent people has died from that. You know, one was my cousin, younger cousin. Was a big story here in Chicago. I actually spoke about this a couple of times, and he was just a young brother. He had just got him a job, and here it is, somebody stabbing him in the neck over a disagreement he had with this guy months ago at a little house party.
Mm-hmm.
So they were, and this was downtown. He was leaving from an interview downtown. So happened this guy was on that L. So,
Mm.
innocent lives are getting taken during this process. I get it. I moved away. I try not to go back. Like I say, I like on Red's panel, I say I try to do it from a distance now. But you still got innocent people losing their life over this bullshit.
Right. Very true.
And to be honest with you, and I still have to move around in the field I'm in. I still have to go to these certain areas where these people are at. And guess what? When they shooting, they always don't hit their target. If we really think about it, most of the time they don't hit their target.
Nope, not
So
at
that's my
all.
only problem with that, Supreme. That's my only problem, you know. So other if I could be isolated and I don't have to go that way, I mean I get it. Some people say, hey, you it's up to you to change your own, paradigm. If you get your own company, probably start something else. You could be working out here in the suburbs, or you don't have to go there. But I'm just saying at this time, because you just never know, because them motherfuckers be everywhere, and they be everywhere. People are getting shot downtown on the expressway, driving
Mm-hmm.
from
It's
people
sad.
arguing. They argue from somewhere else, and they follow each other even toward going downtown, where you have other people that just got off work, driving home, and here now all of a sudden these cats let off, start shooting at each other on the expressway, but the other person had shit to do with it. Car got hit.
Mm-mm-mm. Sad, man. Freaking sad.
Damn, your older cousin got his car shot up like Swiss. Whoa, Swiss cheese. Wow. Yeah, them closed caskets, man. You know, see, hey, look, I got cousins that was in the game. Now, if they were still in the game, in that game, not the game, but the game, and they got
Mm-hmm.
caught up, that's on them. I don't make excuses for them. But they got out. They trying to change their lives. But a lot of cats that got out that stayed in, I'm gonna be honest with you, got killed. Got killed. Even though they was trying to change their lives, but they didn't get out, motherfuckers killed them. It's serious.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that. I just want to kind of just chime in on that. I do believe like what people get mad at me. I do believe what they were saying, like what Super Sloppy saying, it need to be burned to the ground. I'm not disagreeing with that at all. But it's just the fact that you got innocent people that's getting caught up in the madness. But you know,
Yeah,
I that's why I
the
try to reach back. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
are you good? Yeah, I was saying like it's the very dysfunctional ones to where it's like it's almost as if they can't change their own mind, man, their own thinking. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like a motherboard, a motherboard and a computer. If that messes up, the whole computer's done.
Exactly.
You feel me? So
You
I
know,
mean, so it's like you can't really. There's nothing you can really do about that, man. For people like that, only ones who are going to make it are the ones who are open minded. The
yeah.
like minded black people, men and women.
Like I
Because like I
say,
said, it's
I
like
don't.
we're all we got at the end of the day, and it's not many of
But
us like open minded ones out there.
true, that's true. That's true. But I mean, like I keep saying, and I'm gonna keep saying this because like I don't make excuses. I don't make excuses for anybody. But you know, it's even those that's open minded. Like even then, they still get pulled back. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Because they're trying, but it's just the environment that they're
That's
in.
it. That's it.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
And some of the close family members and things like that, man. It could be people like I don't know. It's real close to you though, man. It's close minded. It's just you
yeah,
gotta. It's like you gotta get away, man. You gotta get
yeah.
away.
And I agree, like with Coon and Rello, they actually because I've been listening to Supreme for a minute. You know what he was saying towards like with his situation with his wife and what he had to do, and when he got married, you know, and he's happy. That's and I get it, you know, but you know, and my condolences to that situation that happened to you, Supreme. Being an innocent bystander, that's fucked up, man. But you
Mhm.
know, but I always say that, and I like once again, I don't want to keep repeating this because I don't want to make excuses for anybody, but some of them just don't have the resources to leave. They don't have it, but
Mhm.
there's no excuse not to go get it. If you want out, you put the effort in to get the fuck out.
Yeah,
I
man.
did exactly that. I did exactly that.
It's just sad, man. It's like cause a lot of I don't have like the real knowledge, plant the
True.
knowledge in their
That-
minds with the inspiration to like, start up wherever it is to build for your future. So it's like they known this back then too. Like, okay, break up the family, black family, which this already done. You can see it already. Make sure
mhm.
they have no generational wealth, no knowledge of anything. Keep them dysfunctional, financially broke. That right there was the whole plan right there to keep us down at the bottom of the barrel.
Mhm.
So they knew what the hell they was doing to keep us separate, divide one another.
But now you have technology. You have so much shit at your fingertips. You could basically teach yourself. You got a lot of brothers out here now basically speaking on your behalf, showing you what's the blueprint if you in that situation to get out. So, you know, like I say, I try to do it at a distance. I used to go out there a lot and speak. And I talked about this before. I used to go out there a lot and talk to them brothers while they was on the corner hustling. I have on my work gear, they got on their hustling gear. And yeah, a lot of things could have happened to me, you know, doing that. But I just felt the need. It was just something in my heart to do that. But I learned a lot just from that situation alone, going out doing that because it was just like, okay, I knew some of them brothers. Well, I knew most of them brothers, but still, I didn't know all of them. And I was just saying, you know, hey, brother, I used to be you. I used to be exactly you right here on this corner. And y'all know because y'all grew up seeing me on this corner. So look how I changed my life. And then they was just like, yeah, we know how you blah blah blah, right? So it was just like, okay, bro, you could do it. I did it. It's easy. You can do it. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna do it and blah blah blah. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then before I know, next week I'm coming, same brother on the corner, and I go ask him like, bro, did you go to the union hall? What you do, brother? Motherfucker cussed me out. Man, fuck that. You ain't my daddy. You don't. I'm like,
Mm.
bruh. And then this is when I start realizing, I said, you know what? You got to do this from a distance, man, because these guys' minds are they're gone. But I get it because probably motherfucker been pouncing on them ever since they was kids. Probably been hearing it from their mothers that they ain't shit.
Oh yeah, definitely, most definitely, man. You hear that particular thing? You ain't ish. Your daddy ain't ish. Grow up hearing that your whole life and stuff, man. And that right there keeps that dysfunctional cycle going
Yeah,
at all
we
times.
got two people came up, man. Appreciate this, man. Got the lieutenant of the diaper game up in here, Ty. And Supreme King Coon came up, man. Thank you, fellas, man, for joining in on the conversation, man. Ty, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go first, and then you go ahead Supreme after him.
It's the problem is with us, man. It's just you got to ease people into changing. You know what I mean? You can't expect them to change after you just say something. You got to ease them into it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can't just like, yo, go here. You gotta go over there, grab him by the hand, and take him there. You gotta do that a few times, like for like a good 2 months. Like it's a process into changing people. You can't just say something and then expect them to change. Cause you gotta remember, they grew up learning this. You want them to throw away everything that they learn just because it's supposed to be beneficial to them, but they just don't understand that yet. That's why I say it's a process. And the answer, Supreme Cream Coon question is: we've been taught that black is negative, something negative. If you know that everything that's we celebrate negative stuff, getting high, getting drunk, shooting things. Not even a target, they just shooting, robbing. That's good to us. Going to jail is great. Threaten somebody about going to jail, they happy to go to jail. If you seen the Disneyland thing, yeah, I'm fitting to go to jail. I'm fitting to go
Oh
to
man.
jail. Like, that's not cool. He teed off on this woman that was helping him. Hey man, I don't know. We going, bro. We going.
Yeah, that
Jesus
was crazy
save
to
us.
me.
Yeah, it
I ain't
was.
understand
At Disney World that was fighting and stuff, man. Like, oh my God. And they never, like someone said, they never left their city supposedly. And when they did, that's what happens because they're not in their like habitat for them. It's insane.
what I understand. Not to cut you, not to cut
You got
away
it.
with
Go ahead.
Supreme Coon because I want him to chime in too. That the money they spent to go there, and you spent that money to go there and do that. Well, what's up, Supreme King Coon, man? Going, what you got to say? If
Hey,
you're
what's
there,
going on? What's going on, man? Man,
what's
how's
going on?
everything going with you this evening?
What's
Tonight?
up, Supreme Coon?
Man, what's going
Yeah.
on?
Just glad you're here, brother, man. Thank you for coming over here, man. Chiming in on my panel, man. Appreciate it.
Nah, man, I was sitting up here editing some video for some clients, and I was like, man, let me put on my earbuds and see who's up doing their thing tonight. So it's like, man, the wife and the kids are bed, so hey, I got to burn the midnight oil. So
That's what's up, man.
no, man, it's just I mean, we go on panels and stuff. I be honest with you, man.
Mhm.
Um, like going over to Obsidian's channel and different things. I mean, it's cool. It's a cool setup because dudes get to laugh at like all of the pain that's going on in the community, and I think that's just kind of like the same thing with Sotomayor's setup because at this point there is no real solution to any of it. It has to kind of like destroy itself. So,
Mhm.
I mean, instead of just sitting up and looking at it and thinking about what all stuff used to be like back in the past and, you know, what failures took place and all of that stuff. I mean, it's to me, it just makes more sense to do your own thing, get out, build your own little nest, um, grab the best of ideas and just various concepts from different cultures, build your own and go from there instead of trying to salvage one that doesn't appreciate excellence in any way.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was asking Reg the
Mhm.
whole thought earlier today. Like, if you think about it, if you are a family man and you're in a predominantly black neighborhood, you how can you succeed? I mean, you have if you send your kids to public school, they're gonna have all these negative um, all these negative things pulling at them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
be
Mhm.
as the other brother was saying, be a degenerate. You get uh, you get your quote unquote black card for doing bad things and being as negative as possible. You get clout and swag for that. For that, if you're a married man, um, you're gonna have dudes coming at you talking about, man, uh, you're a simp if you loyal to one woman. You, you're a punk if you ain't trying to get on this woman and that woman and all this other stuff. And then you're gonna
Mhm.
have black women doing the same thing on their end, talking about you in this household, why aren't you running it, and why you let your man do this and all this other stuff. It's like everything in the culture is anti-family.
Exactly. Exactly. Without rules, there's chaos.
Yeah. So so it's like and then
I
if you
know
do
without.
try to and then if you do try to keep your own little family unit together, y'all doing your own thing,
Mhm.
even in the neighborhood yourself, everybody's gonna call you out and think that you trying to be better than them.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Real talk. It's definitely real talk, man.
yeah. I
It's
don't,
like
I don't, I don't disagree with that. But I not to cut you off, but let me say this right quick. But I do still believe there could be a black community, but it has to be like-minded black men that's in the homes.
that.
Well, I understand that, but the thing I'll say about that is this. Um, whenever you have um how can I put it? Uh, okay, whenever you have any society, I don't care what culture or what race it is, you have to keep the degenerate behavior to a certain level. It can only get to, a certain percentage before it starts to corrode the entire society.
Mhm.
And like you're always gonna have holes. You're always gonna have dudes that want to, sleep with multiple women and do that, live that type of life and so forth. I got it. That's just how it's gonna be in every culture, every race on the planet. But when that population becomes the maximum or the majority, then it comes to collapse because how are you going to have a community of like-minded people if you can't even trust your neighbor,
Mhm.
if you can't even trust individuals in your own household? I mean, dudes can say all they stuff they want about, hey man, there needs to be a black community, but okay, if I'm just being honest, if I know that the dude living next door to me, if I was living in a black community, and let's say he's all for the pro black everything and all this other stuff, but I'm seeing him bring women in and out of his house all the time, and I got daughters and a wife. How could I ever trust him?
Yeah, I mean, I see where you're going with it, but if he still have my type of, if he's working and he's being a productive black man, me personally, I wouldn't really, that wouldn't bother me. That'd be the least of my worries with him. Because I understand. But long as I'm not hearing him arguing and fighting and bickering and all that shit, to me personally, it wouldn't matter. But I get what you're saying. Like, it's certain things that you wouldn't want in the community. Because if you raising a family, and just say whatever daughters or sons, you probably wouldn't want them to see that. But me personally, I just look at the person as, okay, is he being productive? You know, as long as he being a productive, he's doing this thing. I really could care less. You know, unless my sons come to me and like, hey, ask me, hey, dad, neighbor, so having these women come in and out and hey, I have to explain that. But to me, would I really look at that like a personal, like a trait of his that's bad? No, I mean, that's something he's doing. He's doing that on his shit. But if he got other people say he's being productive, but he got these women that's probably out there doing some crazy shit, being disruptive and all that other shit, yeah, I'm gonna have a problem. He got some cousin that's over there at the house, chilling, and they just loud and playing music loud. Yeah, there's gonna be a problem. Other than that, no. I mean, I can't knock a brother, especially if he's single, and that's what he does. No, can't really judge him off that. But I get what you're saying. But me personally, no.
What I'm saying, go ahead, Tyron. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was gonna say, I think our problem is we've been programmed and controlled to be super competitive. Like, we don't know how to play roles. Basically, like, for family, you know what I mean? You raise the kids to learn how to think for themselves, but you gotta teach them as well. We expect them to know everything from just by going to school. Like, you should know how to do all that. Like, we don't really teach. Like, all right, you know how much enjoyment when the kid see that his parents is learning with him? All right, 2 + 2 = 4. All right, cool. Now we doing 2 + 2 plus another 2. And like, it's enjoyment into that. We don't understand that. So that's the difference between us and other race. Other race take the time to groom their kids. We don't at all. You get what I mean?
You're absolutely right, Tyrone. Man, this late night, so I ain't gonna clown AJ tonight. You know how I usually get.
But, yeah, I know. I mean, I give you an opportunity. Yeah. I mean, me and you could do something, and we could just, basically, because like I said, my thing was to basically, I wanted to do a video about, what I was talking about earlier, and then just kind of chime in on it, just have like you guys on the panel talk about it. But I was just, my time just be limited, so I just like I'm just go try to just throw it out there on the live stream. But if you want to, they'll tell you, like me, I don't mind. You want to do a one-on-one type thing, and we go.
Nah, I was just saying I wasn't gonna go with all the jokes tonight because I'm in one of those mellow moods, man. But like Tyrone was saying, man, there isn't a lot of grooming. Just to give you a point in case, a couple of months ago, my wife, she volunteered there was a robotics festival here in Houston, and so we're there. We take the kids; they're doing their thing there, and so forth. And I'm not overstating this because we worked it, all 4 days, and man, 8,000 kids. I could count how many Black families were there on one hand. It's like that you can't have stuff like that going on. You got kids that are like 8 all the way up to 18, and they're learning STEM in a way of with their hands on, seeing exactly how it works in real life. And to not have a representative of Black children there to be able to understand how to do that. And that's pitiful. That's unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
And, Tyrone is right, man. I don't know how many times, I don't know for you, AJ, but, just to hear things, from your boys, man, you inspired me today, Dad, or how'd you learn how to do that? I don't know any other. What made you think about doing that, Dad? Well, just thinking outside the box. What's that? Well, let me show you. And then to see that actually happen was different things where they come up with stuff on their own that if you were to put it out in the the black ether, it would be, why are they trying to do this white people stuff? And it's like, nah, it had nothing to do with that. They came up with that on their own. And just to not have that fear of looming over you that somebody's going to look at you differently because you're interested in a topic that's not categorically black.
Mm-hmm.
Man, to me, that's precious, man.
Well, I don't know if you heard, because I spoke about this with my oldest son. You know, he's in STEM. You know, engineering, high school. Actually, he was in STEM from 6th to 8th grade. You know, he's an honor student. He graduated out of 8th grade. I wanna continue that. Now, I mean, I get it. The school is out south. It's the opposite of where I stay at, but it's more so close to his mother. Do me and his mother get along? Nah, somewhat. It is what it is. But the opportunities at this school is a little bit better than what's out where I'm at. He would have to go a little further to be able to get that type of education, that STEM program that this school is offering. But do I still worry? Yes, because I was worried about when he was in grade school, you know, and basically, you know, the culture, because you could still have these kids in these programs. But you know, let me kind of put this like in terms like what bothered me, because even during his graduation, knowing, you know, it was a lot of kids that, you know, got honors, right, and some of them, you know, straight A's, and they got to go up there and speak, right? They got trophies for certain things, right? You know who they was thanking? I'm gonna let y'all guess. Who y'all think they was thanking? Because I was actually sitting there too in the crowd, and this was like disturbing to me. Guess who they was thanking?
Probably their fathers.
No, their mothers.
Oh wow!
Not no one father got mentioned. Probably out of 7 students, and the one young lady, she mentioned her father, and her father had just passed away.
Yeah. Oh man, that's pretty sad, man. That's
Do you know
pretty
how
sad.
disturbed? But do you know how they was cheering up in there when they were saying, they kept saying they mom? And I'm just, now that shit started to piss me off. My mama, thank mama, ain't no daddy. It wasn't no thanks dad, none of that. My mama,
Oh, oh,
my
that.
mama.
That's probably a given then if you're talking about you know, a bunch of children that they don't have a lot of contact with their father.
But these are
Yeah.
STEM students, STEM, like engineering, all of that. All I kept hearing was my mama. Thank you, mama. And that's when I was like, see, if and then you take that on to high school,
Oh
and
yeah.
that bothered. And then when I was sitting there in the stands, guess what? All I seen? Mothers. Wasn't seeing too many fathers. And then these mothers are cheering on, yeah, mama, yeah, the mama. And I'm just sitting there like, this is a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke. Like,
Man.
yeah, just don't solve it. Y'all have yet to solve it, because then you sit there and another thing that's gonna fuck your head up. Most of them was little girls that was getting the damn awards. It was probably 2 boys. It was 2 boys out of that 7.
That's not
Dude,
that's not shocking.
no. And even the 2 boys, my mama. It took that one girl to say her daddy, but her dad passed away.
Man, to go back to the question that I raised earlier about the definition of blackness, man, and this is just my opinion, but from what I've seen, it doesn't have a definition. It's whatever the person who says it wants it to be at that particular time.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
But that's what that's why I always say that's the dysfunction of it, you know. because usually what do they do? You know, if you're talking about blackness or if we look at certain communities, what do they consider being black? You know, they it always be different, but at the end it still be the same thing. Like you got to have a certain walk to you, got a certain talk to you, got to have a certain look, all that shit, you know, which don't benefit anything. Because you go through some of these communities to these people that saying that shit, the community is fucking destroyed.
Let me pose a question to all of you all. Tyrone, Cool J, and AJ. If you couldn't go past 1960 when it comes to black culture, I'm gonna even say 1965. If that's the furthest you could go back, what is worth preserving in black culture right now?
Okay, let me chime in first. So as if you're saying towards 1965, then are you saying preserving from then that you would rather have now, or just from back then?
I'm just saying, like, I'll just pose it differently. What
Okay.
would you like? What is worth preserving
Okay.
in black culture that didn't come before 1965?
Before.
Yeah. So if you
I
had
would say
1966 all the way up to 2019, what is worth preserving?
Shit, that's a great question. Oh wow. I would say, and this just throwing it out there. I'm just, I'm not. It's not really me being on a tangent. I would say the black father in the home, but I'm not saying that there's not a black father in the home these days. But I would say the black father, the black family. You know, the pride of having a black family. You know, them as a unit together. Just throwing it out there. What you guys think, man? Y'all speak on it.
I'm going to be a dick. I think I can't really answer that question because I think we was forced to stick together. That's why we did so well. So, black people keeping their own businesses. That's all I'm gonna say. For financial reasons. No, that's all I got.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the family unit, you know, the foundation of everything, you know, the family, the father in the home, the mother and the children, um, you know, passing that black knowledge on, you know, to their children, you know, how to be raised to be, you know, how to raise the boys to be men and women to be women, you know, in this mess of society. That's something that I would love to continue to see, you know, throughout generations to come.
Now, to what AJ and Cool Gent was saying, right now, you know that the way that things are trending, that a solid black family is like on its last leg.
Hmm. That's very true. It is on its last leg, man. Because after that, then the black community is pretty much it's pretty much down at the bottom. It's barely hanging on. Like someone said before, like it's on life support. You know, it's definitely on life support, man. And we don't value marriage no more. You know, we don't value marriage. I mean, there are real men that wants to get married, but how the system is set up for us, though, man, it's like, what can you do? You know, what can you do when it's set up to destroy you? And you got our own women, um, that's not taking, you know, outside. You know, they don't want to be married like that no more. You know, it's just they messed up too. It's like they part of the matrix mindset.
So that brings up an interesting thought that you stated, Cogent. You said you have a bunch of women, they're not interested in being married or following the domain of a traditional family and so forth. So my question to you is then why do they get so upset when black men leave, build a family elsewhere?
Because honestly, I think most of them never really had a example of a man leading a home. Never had a father being their first particular boyfriends. See how a man operates. In the family, they never had a chance to experience that in their life. So a lot of them crave that. They crave that leadership from a man, and they not really getting it. So it's like they still care, but it's like they don't really know who they are. They pretty much lost their identity as women. Their femininity is their true identity, but they don't really know who they are as women. That's why everything is so messed up in this matriarchal society, you know. And we see the results. We see the end results right now. If there's no patriarchy, then it's only matriarchal, and this is what it's led up to now, 2019. Look at the future. This is the future.
Yep, that's a fact. That's a fact.
So to me, it's pretty much done, man.
Like I say, I don't disagree when people, they come on here and they just say, let it burn to the ground. I don't disagree with that. I mean, because like I said earlier, I mean, I was thinking to myself, like we used to say, like, damn, it was bad, but I don't see it getting worse. It can't get no worse than this. And now I'm in my 40s with kids looking at this shit like, oh, this is fucked up. It got worse.
It is. And can I say something else too, AJ? Me personally, I'm not all about the dating coach thing, but I really despise them, some of them.
Yeah, I see you, bro.
Because apparently, and I said this before, and I get pissed off. I'm gonna do a subject about this too. But a lot of them, man, it's like they didn't have to have no dating coach way back in the 50s and 60s and stuff, man, how to get women back then. You know what I'm saying? It's on to like feminism, I don't want to cuss and pound on thing. Let's say they effed it up. They effed it up.
Cuss. Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
No, go ahead. You don't want to cuss. That's on you.
Cuss. Yeah, I try to keep it PG. But they try to F it up for the rest of us, man. We already got, they already got the white daddies and stuff, man. Telling us that you don't need a man, And then you got these.
No, I got to chime in on you because I noticed that with you, but I disagree with you on that. And let me tell you why I disagree with some of the. Now, I'm not saying all, because there's some dating coaches. I mean, I kind of get what they pushing, the narrative that they pushing, because what they're saying is just basically upfront. Basically, what is your mission? What is your goals? You should tell a woman what you about. If you want to F her, you should tell her, like, I want to F you. Right, whatever, you should be upfront, and I don't disagree with that. I think that's what more men should do, because that's the problem. I think that's the problem because it be mixed signals. Like, do you want to be in a relationship with this woman? Do you want a long term? Do you want a short term?
That's the thing.
You want to marry? Go ahead.
That's what
my bad.
Yeah, that's where I'm triggered that, they're not teaching men how to get wives and how to have families and keeping long-term relationships. All these short-term relationships, and half of their asses ain't even got no damn family to begin with stuff.
Right, but this is why I disagree with you, Kuja. Hear me out. Because you got women out here that don't want the same thing neither. You have a lot of women out here that they don't want to be married. They want to basically ride the dick. I say fuck, but I say dick. But fuck that, the dick carousel. You got a lot of women out here that just want to do them. So that's I say true. To be honest, both sides should be honest. And if that's what it should be that, because if I look at the divorce rates, you have a lot of these women that's turning around marrying these dudes, and they're not attracted to them dudes. They really don't want the dudes other than they fucking resources. And to me, when you divorce, to me, basically, you're fucking up the family. So, I mean, we need to start looking at it from the overall situation. It can't just because they're telling men to do that. Okay, well, who's telling the women to do what the fuck they're doing? See, we got to be accountable for everything for both sides. And
Exactly.
if he's being upfront with her, she should be upfront with him, also. But it usually don't be that way. Because if a man will sit there, if he's told, like, I get what you're saying, but if he's being honest with the female, right? So he got the game from one of the dating coaches, and he comes in like, yeah, okay, I want to bang you, blah, blah, blah. And she sit there and be like, well, okay, cool. But in her mind, she really just doing it because she thinking like she go turn a short-term relationship to a long-term. See, that's bullshit. So we need to stop pointing fingers where they need to be pointed at. And usually be these damn women too. They're involved with this fuckery too.
Oh yeah, they play a major role in it too. And I say this with anybody who's trying to, who wants to get married and stuff, I always say use discernment with people and stuff, kind of see where their mindset, because like I said, this is nothing but a damn hookup culture. That's all what it is. It's to the point to where like, damn man, like it's kind of like they're trying to obsolete real relationships. You know what I mean?
Now I have to agree 100% with Cool Gent. And this is some of the reasoning why they say you can learn from anybody if you put your mind to it. And one of my mentees, he actually my oldest mentee, he's 25 now. But a couple of years ago, he stated something to me that stuck with me, and it's always gonna stick with me. I knew him since he was about 15, and he helped him out, and he used to stay at my place sometimes or whatnot. But anyway, a few years ago, he stated to me, he was like, "Man, what you have here, your family set up and everything." It's totally different from a lot of stuff that I observe in the hood. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, all these dudes out here, they trying to smash all these girls all day long. That's what they talk about all day long, right? And I was like, yeah. And then he said, but it's like, hey, I learned a little stuff about you and your family and your wife's background and such and such and such and such. And I mean, you were her first. And he was like, hey, I don't want to marry a hoe. Now that kind of stuck in my mind, like, you know what? Like how Cool Jen is saying, you got all these pickup artists out here, dating coaches and all this stuff, and they teaching dudes how to go out and have these women pretty much anytime they want. Okay, if that's what you want. But that the end result of that is a community where everybody is screwing each other.
Exactly.
And anybody that actually wants to build a family is going to be building a family to some other man's hole.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, that's why I disagree at. I get where you guys going with this, but I'm just saying some. I don't speak on all. There's a lot of dating coaches out here. It's a lot of this red pill with the female nature shit, which I don't agree with. I don't believe in that. That red pill is female nature. I think that's bullshit. I look at red pill. If you're basically you took the red pill, it's more of a society situation than a female situation. But I get it. I say, okay, whatever. That's what the narrative they want to push. So be it. But my thing is this: I do agree with they saying that as you're being honest now towards your responsibility. Like if you're going to be honest and you're going to do what they're telling you to do, and you was to be sleeping with these women, you have to protect yourself. I'm not with these guys in here that's turning around. They trying to use that game, as they say, the game, you're sleeping with women and you're getting these women knocked up. I'm not for that. I think that's bullshit to me. I'm
Yeah,
for the family. I'm for marriage. I believe in that. Motherfuckers say
game.
whatever they want to say towards me, but yeah, you do the MGTOW philosophy. Yeah, you damn right. But I ain't never against marriage. I think marriage is needed. We need families. This is how you build a community through a fucking family. Seriously, marriage
Exactly.
it creates everything, wealth. It's the well-being of the kids, all of that. I totally agree with that. But what I'm just saying towards as a dating, like a starting point, you should be upfront with a woman what your intentions are. Like you letting her know. If you just want to F her, you should tell her you just want to F her. You know, you let her know that from the get-go. I agree with that. At least you putting it on the line, what's your intentions are. Because a lot of time now you got dating coaches that just trying to say, oh, well, no, run this game so you can get this. No, I don't know. That ain't no dating coach. That's some old simp shit. Me personally, you should be upfront with it. But I'm just saying, you can't be mad also if you use that game, especially as a good woman that you probably could have married and had a good life and use the game to make it a short-term situation.
But that's
Don't be mad over the long-term thing. Now you can't find a suitable mate because you had one right there, but you made her a short-term situation.
You know, that's the thing I want to add too. Like when I hear some of these dating coaches, I ain't gonna say their name or anything, but when you hear them talk to me, like I sit there and I observe with my ears, I'm like, so you mean to tell me you teaching dudes to go out here and just sleep with women just to prove that you got game and shit, but you're not telling them how to fucking get married though. You know what I'm saying? Just use the woman up and stuff like that. There's somebody's sister, brother, cousin, wherever though, man. You know what I'm saying? And you sit up there like just like use these women up, man, and then go to the next one. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Cool,
My thing is this.
Cool.
Go ahead.
The other side of that is you have women dating coaches that are doing the same thing.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, that too.
And the problem with that is this. On a, like I was saying before, if you have that in a, I don't know, I'm gonna just throw a percentage out there. Let's say if you have that happening at a 25% rate within a particular culture and race, whatnot. Okay, it's still manageable because you have 75% of the people that are still doing the traditional family type thing and so forth. But once you get past that, when you start getting into the 30, 40, 50, 60%, now the very structure of your entire community is built upon BS. Now it's the majority of the individuals that are out there are not interested in any type of trust, family, and so forth. And even if they do, they have to accept that I'm pretty much marrying somebody that, I don't know, maybe 20, 30, 40, 50 other men or women have already had before. And then to throw that in as though, okay, that's okay, and we can still have something normal. Nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, it ain't gonna be normal.
Yeah. I'm not, and
It's
that's
definitely
what
gonna
I'm
be
saying.
normal.
I'm not, and I'm not disagreeing with that, but I just think like sometimes we really got to just be honest with ourselves because I was honest with myself. I mean, shit, I look at the situation. If a woman was sit there and tell me like, okay, well, ask me a question, we go out, and she say, hey, how many people had you slept with? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna throw it out there because that's just the way it is at this stage of the game. You know, I'm an older guy, and basically I'm just saying, hey, you know, this is what I done, and this is what I expected. And I always been like that. That's why I don't really listen to dating coaches, but I do listen to them because I just be trying to see what they're saying. You feel what I'm saying, guys?
Yeah.
So, you know, because it's entertainment at the end of the day. And I kind of, you know, I want to break down what they're saying because I did a video actually on ARC and ARC in MGTOW because he was going at MGTOW. I'm like, dude, it's just the same thing, bro. But I was just like, okay, but I get it. At the end of the day, it's a business, and bro, you should get your money, you know. But I'm just like this here. You know, the talking points. You know, is I think any man should be fucking upfront with a woman, and I feel like the vice versa with a woman being upfront with a man. But see, that's the problem. That's not happening. You know, that's not happening. But any other, but any other person, especially like you saying, Cool Jen, because I don't believe in game. Fuck, what is game? What game? What's the end game of game? You know,
Basically,
when motherfuckers say that shit, I say no, man, ain't no such thing. No game. What game?
can I say something? Can I say it?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
And basically, that's how I put it in terms. Basically, all game is to employ any strategy just to get some punene. That's it. That's it. But then,
okay, and I get it, but they need to be honest about that. That's my
That's
problem.
true.
If
I
I'm
agree
gonna
with
have
you
a
on that.
problem with them, that's the problem I'm gonna have with them.
I
You
agree
need
with
to
you.
put that out there.
I agree with you being honest on the honest part. I do agree with you on being upfront and stuff like that. But then you look at the after results. Okay, when I get like to a certain age, who gonna be able to be there to wipe my ass? You know what I'm saying? Or help me get out of my chair or something like that. You know, something happened though. You know, that's why I strive for like long-term relationships, man. Like they said,
Okay, are they being disingenuous? Yes, at certain points, yes. I totally agree with you on that, Cool Jen. I totally agree. But my thing is this. I mean, but also you kind of have to make that decision on your own also, because you could sit there and be like you with somebody and you thinking it's long term, and you could even marry this woman. That don't mean that's gonna be the same woman that's going to wipe your ass and it's going to hold your hand for you when you're old.
Well, let me jump in real quick. Again, I kind of lean towards Cool Gen on this one, but
Mm-hmm.
let me give you an example. Now, if you've listened closely to Obsidian over the years,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I get the entertainment thing, bend them over the couch, all this other stuff. That's cool. I get it. It's funny. But at the end of the day, he also tells you that he is in a long term relationship
Mm-hmm.
with a woman and so forth, and they're on the same page. Now, to make the difference between what a lot of dating coaches and pickup artists are stating, um, I asked Obsidian one day. I said, "Okay, if you agree with the whole mode one type of thing, and all the dom game and all this other stuff and so forth, then that means that you should pretty much be okay with a open relationship where your girl can just go and do whatever she wants to do."
and I want to say
And
something too. Go ahead. Go
and he
ahead.
said, "No, no, I should be the only one." And that's the whole point is if you're saying up front, as following the pickup artist line and so forth, that hey, this is all I want to use do with you and so forth. Okay, then you're pretty much saying that you're cool with the woman doing whatever she wants to do too, right?
But let me say this. But as him saying he's been a confirmed bachelor, he don't
Mhm.
have any kids. I don't see anything wrong with what Obsidian doing. He don't have any kids. I think once kids becomes you put that in play, or you want kids, that's when I start looking at that the marriage, and you want something long term. You want as a family. But as him not having kids, but this is something that he wants his way, I think he should have it because he don't
Yeah,
have any kids. So he's not
yeah.
being like no baby daddy type shit. You see what I'm saying? So if
Oh
that's what
yeah,
he wants,
yeah,
he should have it.
yeah. I totally agree with you. But the whole thing of with O, he's not of the opinion of I'm just going out and I'm smashing all these different women. He's one of the dudes
Mhm.
that's saying no. He wants to find one and they want to be in an exclusive monogamous relationship, although not being married, which that's what he wants to do, but he wants that relationship to be monogamous.
Okay.
Most pickup artists, if they say, "Hey, I'm just being upfront with you. This is all I want to do," then it has to be acknowledged that the woman is going to say, "Oh yeah, okay. If she's good with that, she's going to be open to any guy that comes her way."
But if hold on, and Coogee, I'm gonna let you go ahead and expound on it. My bad. But let me say this right quick. But I also heard old man also said that he's looking at it also, that knowing that's his lady friend, that he's back then. I don't know how he feel now. He can speak on that. That he's looking at it as it's just them two. They're having sex. He's not stepping out. That he's loyal.
Right,
That's what I heard him
right,
say. So I mean,
right,
if
right,
he's being loyal, I would expect for my girl to be loyal. I think it's only fair. I mean, my
right.
lady
But that,
friend. Mhm.
right, but that is incompatible with
Okay,
with
I
the
get you.
idea of, hey, I'm going out and I'm telling this person, hey, you know what, this is going to happen at the end of this night, and then they say okay, and you know that 9 times out of 10, that if another guy comes to them with the same game and so forth, whatever, or the same approach, that they're going to be fine with it. Just the same way that the guy is going to be fine if they come across another woman that says, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm down with that." So, for the most part, pickup artists are pushing people towards having open relationships.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. But go ahead, and chime in, Coogee. I know you want to say something if you still there.
Yeah, I want to pretty much say another thing that really pissed me off, and I heard some stuff, was that how some of them, both sides, the men and the women, so called, that's trying to teach men the wrong way. Talk about, oh man, I slept with this man's wife, or this wife, this her husband, stuff like that. Woe to those people like that. Woe to them. You know what I'm saying? And it's a bunch of BS, for you to do that. It's crazy, man. I'm a little bit
I'm not.
tired of it, but it's just that it's
I'm,
stuff like that, man. It's like dang, man. It's like we really can't get no fucking where. We really can't
you
get
know
nowhere.
something, but no, but this wasn't a black thing. Coogee, I gotta kind of throw it out there because this is me, man. To be honest with you, I slept with dudes' wives, but they weren't black. Actually, they was promoting that shit. So, and that's I didn't even know,
If
like, this
they,
was like in my mid-30s. I kind of didn't know about, like, what they say, the dumb thing, and I didn't really know about all that shit back then. They weren't even considering, they weren't naming it that. They was just like certain people that I was involved with at the time. We would go like to these parties, and they had like these little
yeah,
orgies and all this crazy
if they
shit that
teaching
was
it to them, if they teaching that stuff to them,
right.
then woe to
But
them.
but
You know what I'm saying? They know
but
fucking better.
Right, but I'm just saying, but that wasn't towards, because I was staying in the black community, but I was going out to these white communities seeing this shit, and I thought that shit was weird as fuck. Like, these white dudes are just giving their wives away, like letting them just
You know
come
something?
bang their wives. So
You
I
know
was
what?
just
You do
kind
know
of,
where black men learn this stuff from, don't you? They
yeah,
got that shit
yeah.
from white daddy. The macking and shit though, man. That's where they got. That's all where they got that stuff from, man. All that pimping and shit from the
Right,
white
but
people,
I'm
white
just,
man.
but I'm just, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not disagreeing with both of you guys what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like, I want to hold accountability on both sides,
Right.
because I mean, even at the white community and them in these big houses, I'm going out there, they was just letting their wives do whatever the fuck they wanted to do,
And you know something else,
and I'm
AJ?
just like, mm-hmm.
You know something else? That's what I'm saying though, man. This is another thing I hate to, this may be a little bit off topic, but we've been indoctrinated with this white folks, ideologies and stuff, man. You know, that's what's really destroying us, and we don't know who we even are. This ain't even our original language. You know what I'm saying?
But what culture do we have? Okay, so let me ask you guys, what culture do we have? What is our culture? What is black? Let's just say black men. What is our culture?
Man, they don't want us to know our culture. They don't want us to know our history.
No,
That's
but
why
I'm
they
asking
try to
you. I'm gonna ask, what would we consider our culture? Because I always say we don't have one.
we really
We
don't
can't
have one
pass
here
it.
though, man.
We don't pass what culture. What do we have that we brought up from the ground up, that we could pass it on to our kids and say, hey, this is what we do. This is what we've been doing. What culture do we have?
We didn't start in America though with slavery. We go way back, all the way to the African.
I
Way
say
back.
I say I agree with you, AJ. We don't have one, and if you wanted to, um, go with the whole African thing, uh, this is what I say to a lot of the Pan Africanists and so forth. To me, I view Africa like a parent that had its children kidnapped, and then years and years later, they found out where the grandchildren were, and then just turned their back and act like nothing happened.
Man,
Yeah, I'm not.
I view Africa like Alaska. You know, well, let me say no, probably like London, like somewhere I haven't been yet, but maybe somewhere I
Right.
would want to go. That's it.
Because
That's how I look at it.
because you don't see any of those West African countries sending any type of correspondence to America, stating grievances or anything. They just act like slaves didn't even exist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I'm just using this for like as an example. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, did water ever start in a cup? No, of course not. You know what I'm saying? So I was just
Right, but that's
trying
like,
to
okay, who come first, the chicken or the egg?
right,
We can
right.
use that, but still, at the end of the day, there's no culture.
It's not no culture. It's no culture here, man. You know, there's no culture here.
So when are we going to start one? Because
Well,
that's when maybe, just maybe, now you would see fucking hell of a changes starting to happen.
Yep.
well,
Then you see an actual black community.
I think that's why you have to abandon the old stuff and start over with something new. Um, Grasp a bunch of positive concepts from various cultures and graft it into your own new one. That's it. Because
Think about
going with what
think
is
about right
already
now.
here,
I think. Go ahead, finish. My bad.
it's like going with what
No,
we have. Like that's self-destructive.
but Supreme, this is why I kind of disagree with you on what you're saying, because think about right now what's happening. You got 4 black men on this panel right now from all different aspects of life, different cities, basically talking about the same fucking thing. To me, I think this, and then we've been doing this for years. I mean, somewhat years prior to that bullshit what black women been doing. But I think that's the start. We are the start, and we keep pushing the narrative. We keep pushing the narrative. There's brothers, younger brothers out here listening to us. That's a fact. I know this, and we getting through to them. And maybe, and just maybe, they will figure it out. Because me, I said this on plenty of people platforms, and people gonna sit there and come back at me all they want. I said, as a Gen Xer in my lifetime, I don't see it happening. But I was saying, like, when my sons, maybe the millenniums towards the end of their lifespan, they would see it. But I was saying, I don't see it right now. I give it about me. I've been dust. Like Sinji would say, Dusty, I'll be a dusty black man because I'm gonna be dust. Of us actually having a culture, us really taking pride in ourselves.
Can I say something?
I mean, how y'all feel about it?
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
I think the best thing we could do is look up to those who came before us. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Dr. Kings, the Malcolm X's, to see, you know, especially for us men and women, look up to the ones who were masculine, you know, and how they operate and move in different ways, you know, learn from them, you know, because they really paved the way for us, you know, for us to be able to do all these particular things that they didn't have the opportunities to do way back in the day, you know. And I would say just grow, just learn from them and just try to make it better, you know, as time goes on for the children that's for to come. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Now you see that, cool gent? You have to go back to past
Yep.
1965
I
to
knew he
find
was gonna make that point.
to
I knew he
find
was fit to say.
to find parts of culture that you would deem positive
Exactly.
to emulate.
Exactly. That's real
Think
talk.
about that.
Ty,
Think
let
about
me see.
that.
Ty, hey, Ty,
Oh, go ahead.
expound. Ty, I want Ty to expound because you made his point. I was just like, damn.
Can you give me like 2 minutes real quick? Fake.
Ty talked to his coworkers, man. Come on, Lieutenant, man. Expound, brother.
Why he get it together? It's like you gotta go past.
Nah, you keep going,
50
Supreme. Yeah,
You gotta go
keep going, man.
past 50 years in order to find segments of culture that is worth emulating.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad, man.
Just like with people who've been married for like, you know, 30, 40, 50 plus years though, man, you know, you want to learn how to, you know, keep a long-term relationship, you know, hey dad, you know, mom, what, you know, grandparents or whatever, what did you do to maintain your relationship for this long? How did you all get through the tough times when the butterflies weren't there? You know what I'm saying? Because it's more like instead of till death do us part, it's till dislike do us part. You know what I mean?
But you see what you're saying, cool gent? It's like, well, not like the the gravity of what you're stating is that you have to skip the millennial generation, you have to
Yep.
skip the Gen X generation, you have to
Mhm.
skip the baby boomer generation, and go all the way back to the silent generation in order to find concepts of traditional families sticking together in the Black community. That's sick.
Yeah, it is sick though, man. You know, and they said like we was the most well kept, we was the most married people like in the whole country, like at the times and stuff like that, man. That's why I would do some statistics and read about stuff like that, man. Get deep into it so I can state some facts because I
But do
really
you
would love to get into it.
but do you think we was the most family oriented people at that time because we was forced to be with each other?
We
I
were
think
closer. We were closer to each other than we are now. You know, and
yeah,
you know, integration was the worst thing that ever happened.
but I call that we was forced to be together. I just think we don't like each other. I just don't see it coming. We always been like that, even in Africa. We always been tribalism. We always been like that. We just don't like each other. I
That's a
can't blame
great
it on
point.
white supremacy. We just always
Wow.
hate each other.
Yeah, tribalism. Yeah, and I say this. I always say that black people don't like black men. They don't. You just see it too often. You
Now
know,
other
like
people
you
don't
said,
like
the
us.
tribalism. Yeah,
I would say we are too reliant on our competitiveness. We don't know how to play roles. We don't. All right, yo, since you leading us down the right path, I'm gonna fall back. No, I gotta compete with you and be better than you. When you already leading us to greatness, what the heck you gotta be better than greatness? I don't know. I don't understand.
They changed the psychology, man. You know, the psychology, and that's what that's what divided us. You know, as black men and black women and stuff. You know, it was just they say like, okay, we can get to their minds and separate them, then they'll do them justice. You know, injustice. They'll do them like justice for them to keep us like separate from each other. You keep us hating one another and down in the dirt.
But I can't say that because in Africa we was always tribalism. We can't say it was white people. We always had that mentality.
So
Always had that mentality.
so Ty, I think you're going somewhere with this. So do you think it's DNA with us? Like we're bred to just basically not to get along with each other?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I just think like I was telling my uncle, I just think we know. I just think we know. We stupid or scared, or we can be both. We scared to get along with each other because we always think about the next person's opinion. Or like, say if you go hang out with a bona fide dork, you be scared of who's going to see you with. You know what I mean? Or say you doing something with a homo guy, like doing business, like, yo, I want to clean your building. And you be nervous to talk business with him because you scared of who's watching. Oh, you with him. You going out with him. You sleeping with him. That's what black people do. Oh, you sleeping with him. No, I'm talking business. What the heck? I gotta be sleeping with him. You know what I mean? That's what's wrong with us. We programmed to worry about everybody else instead of ourselves. And we don't know how to play roles.
How y'all feel about that? That's a good observation. How y'all feel about that?
But yeah, check this out too, though, man. We've been raised in a matriarchal society for so long, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Matriarchal society. That's why we're at the bottom as men here in this country, and we're not taken serious. We're not taken serious by other race groups of men. So they look at us like children, even our own women. Now, so that's all I want to say.
Well, I mean, they're getting. Go ahead, Supreme Cool. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
My take on that is it just gives me more admonition as to why culture has to be absolutely abandoned, because you can't succeed, you can't make it anywhere with those type of with that type of pressure on you. You have to try to prove yourself and your manhood to people based upon who you hang with or what you trying to make business moves with, and all that type of stuff. It's like, man, that type of pressure and stress is ridiculous, and there aren't other men on the planet that have to deal with that type of stuff. So to me, it's like the equation is easy. Abandon the culture. No, I don't have to prove myself or my anything to you. You can call me whatever you want. You can call me cool. You can call me gay. You can call me semi. You can call me whatever you want. But I'm gonna go over here and succeed. Like y'all keep doing the same stuff over and over.
Yeah, you got a point there. That's
real talk.
I'm not. I don't deny that. You know. That was a good point. But fellas, sorry, I gotta get up in the morning. It's been a great convo. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go ahead. Last thoughts. I mean, any last convo if y'all want to kind of, I mean, I'm gonna let y'all kind of points that y'all feel like y'all didn't make. You want to make now? Go ahead and y'all want to talk about it. I'm just kind of telling y'all, I'm gonna be getting off of here, but go ahead and let y'all have at it though. So whoever want to start first.
I go first, man.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm about to go climb in the bed with my wife. Man, thank y'all for having me on and listen to. I know sometimes it can come off as ultra negative, man. I'm not trying to be, but I just try to be a realist, man. Because going with this whole thing of like things are just gonna magically turn around. To me, that's just silly talk, man. It's pie in the sky. To me, like crazy talk, and then it gets into a whole bunch of pseudoscience. Oh, we got the power of the melanin and all that type of stuff. It's like, come on, man. Come on. Just be real. It's done. We had a good run at it. Now, individuals that want to use their own set of skills, that want to get with like-minded people, whether they be black or whatever color or race or creed or whatever. Build your own stuff and grow.
Yeah. Let me say this to you, Supreme King Cool. You always welcome over here, man. You're needed. Like I tell Cool Gent, I also tell Ty too, but you're needed, and you will always be welcome on my platform, because like I get the hard truths, but it takes others to basically back up what I'm saying too, but they do it their own way. So never think of that way, man. No, you come over here, man. You speak your mind. Me personally, I'm not fit to come at you like that. Regardless, if something that I disagree with you on, I'm willing to have that conversation with you about it. So
Yeah,
no,
man.
bro, you're needed. You're needed. You keep speaking what you're speaking, bro. You speaking some truths. I learned from you, and I learned from a lot of you brothers. So don't think of that way over here, man. So I appreciate you coming over, blessing the panel as I tell people, and you always welcome over here, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Now go cut up with your wife, man. Don't you're smacking the booty too hard, man. But good night to you, brother.
No, man. Yeah. All right, y'all.
All right,
All right,
Supreme.
bro.
Yeah, I guess I go next up, man. I want to say thank you for having me on, man. This has been a great little conversation that we had tonight. I'm glad that you touched on this topic, and we continuously get deep on this subject and just go deep into the topic to where it's really need to be talked about and stuff. Because like I do care about our own women, I do care about our own men and stuff. I do care about building. I do care about getting to the root of the problem, and what we can do to like benefit, from each other, as people, have something to pass on to our children, and they can pass on to their children's children. So
Right.
yeah, that's all I gotta say, man. I thank you, man. Appreciate you for having me on. Shout out to everybody that was on the panel tonight. Y'all have a good night.
Hey, that's what's up, Cool Jen. And yeah, bro, I know sometimes you've been trying to get me to come on yours, but just letting people know, like I say, I've been busy. I be trying, but there's certain subjects I hear people talk about, and I be like, no, I gotta get on this now. I'm like, I gotta debunk what they saying. Yeah, you always welcome here, man. Waiting for you to become the part of the Mad 300, Cool Gent, man. But like I say, man, more brothers like you is needed, man. You go change the narrative. I promise you are. So just keep at it, bro. Keep moving, man. Go ahead, Lieutenant of the Diaper Gang. Handle your business.
Well, I wanted to say this was a good conversation. It's well needed, and right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. For us to progress, we gotta fuck our feelings. Fuck it. We gotta speak the truth. Speak the truth. The truth always come out, no matter how harsh it is. You gotta speak it. Speak it. Two, if you're gonna dream, you gotta apply work to your dream. I'm tired of people dreaming of everything and they don't apply no work. They just want to be a billionaire, but they don't work for it at all. They want somebody to hand it to them. Appreciate you having me on the show. Appreciate everybody being on the panel. I just think we need more conversation like how we had and continue being truthful, not feelings, going off our feelings, being truthful. And all right, AJ.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, Lieutenant. Yes, that's my lieutenant now. He's the lieutenant. Period. So, but once again, some people always be coming at me like, okay, yeah, like I do this, I do that, but you see the conversations that I'm willing to have, and you see these brothers that come on these panels, and the other women that have. I'm not trying to throw them out the window. There's been women that came over here and had great conversations too, of what we really trying to do, And like I said, once again, this is a classic. These brothers broke that shit down, and this is something I want to continue talking about because I people would think that because I joke, but that BPD, that shit is serious. I'm gonna keep making my case of it. Like seriously, this shit is serious. But you see these brothers, they come on here, they want solutions, but they basically see what's happening, So I don't want to keep, chiming in. I'm gonna do something else. And my apologies once again. I know I need to be doing more shows. I need to be doing more videos, but I'm gonna try. Once again, though, my like they say, put the battery in my back. I get it from you guys. The guys that come on the panel, the guys that come in the chat, the ladies that come in the chat, everybody that chime in. That actually support me, give me a good word on my videos and all of that shit. So, I try to, even though I post to be asleep, I try to just at least to have a conversation. So. Let me give a big shout out to my guests that came on the panel. Supreme King Coon, my lieutenant, man Tyrell, my see Cool Gent, man. Cool Gent is like a little pseudo player, man. I'm telling he a player, but we'll talk about that later, man. And everybody else that that came through on the chat. So till the next time, y'all, peace out.